It was a wonderful experience, and I just enjoyed competing. And even knowing that I wasn't going to be able to play an actual game, I just knew that I had to just control what I can control, and that was kind of the mindset going in. And I knew that as long as I studied the playbook as much as humanly possible and just understand the offense, it allowed me to perform best at practice. And treating those practices as the most important thing every day is vital, because those were my games. And just being able to play wherever, just be an asset to the team whatever way, was my mentality, because it's all about the team.
Being invited to Tampa Bay as an undrafted free agent was a wonderful opportunity. Learning and playing with Tom Brady, Molchan learned how to become a professional.
It was awesome, because I learned a lot on how to become a professional. Nothing crazy though. It wasn't based off of speeches, and it was just watching and seeing how people handle themselves, and guys like Tom Brady and a lot of the guys in the team, the way that they handle themselves is very professional. And it didn't take much to learn from that, and it's been awesome just conducting yourself a certain way and having a goal, and not immersing yourself in how good you were, and just watching him be so selfless and with his eye on the prize has been awesome.
Going all the way back to April, when John made a name for himself after being invited to the NFL Combine.
I would say so, and I think coming out of that, I was just really happy with how the whole week went, and just really enjoying it was the biggest thing. And at times like that, it can become very stressful, and some guys can lose their mental and lose track of the goal. And I just really wanted to make sure that each step, it was just a blessing, and just being there was amazing, and it really enjoying everything that I did there, and then being on the field and getting the iconic 40 photo and the whole nine. It was just great, and I think just making the most out of that allowed me to take a good step going forward, whether that was the draft or like me being undrafted.
The Combine was an eye-opener for many teams. That's where Tampa Bay got a real good look at the Las Vegan.
For sure, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers is an amazing organization, and they don't discriminate based on if you're drafted or undrafted. And they put me in a position to show what I have, and I was able to do that, and I can't thank them enough. Everything they've said to me after the draft up to this point has been identical, and they've really given me the ability to perform and the ability to show myself, and I cannot thank them enough, because who knows what would have happened if I went to anywhere else, and it was just a perfect place.
Very nice. Let me ask you now, going back to the Faith Lutheran days. You got Mike Sanford now coaching the Crusaders. You knew that, but so you have the former UNLV coach now coaching your old high school. Just going back to Faith Lutheran, and I didn't realize this though, but you were more of a basketball guy than a football guy, right?
Yeah, at the start, I went to Faith. I was super pumped up, and I wanted to play basketball. Got to play varsity as a freshman, and I was also very big with club basketball, and just the competitive atmosphere was the best part.
How did Faith Lutheran prepare you for then Boise and now the NFL, or did it?
Yeah, Faith Lutheran for sure prepared me in many ways. First thing in the classroom, just making sure that I knew that was the most important thing going into college, was that I wanted to get my degree. And by going through the courses at Faith Lutheran, it allowed me to learn things that I don't think I would have learned at other places, and kind of build enjoyment for finance in some sort of way. And I got to take some extra business classes, and that kind of stirred up my interest, and that's why I ended up going to Boise State and getting my finance degree. And as far as athletics go, I would say just the amount of times I was able to compete through basketball, even track and field my final year in football, I was able to compete, and I was taught very many lessons, not only from Coach Walter, but also Vernon Fox and Coach Nate Knight. And I cherish those moments, because at the end of the day, all those coaches put me in a position to be as competitive as I could be, and to be ready for college.
Now, how cool is this? No one in a million years would have guessed this 3, 4, 5 years ago. You will be playing NFL football in Allegiant Stadium against the Las Vegas Raiders later on this season. Is that like so wild?
Yeah, it's been an awesome journey, even from high school all the way here. It's something that I dreamed of, but it was never something that I rushed to do. And it was just making sure that I just took care of the task ahead of me, and really enjoying the moment allowed me to make the most out of each experience. And I'm super excited for that, and I cannot wait. But I think just enjoying each day has been most valuable to me.
It's funny how you'll get to come back here to Vegas and watch, you know, from the sidelines with your well, now unfortunately no fans, unfortunately, but here in Las Vegas, an NFL franchise. Is that hard to believe? When you were, say, a freshman in high school, would you ever imagine that?
No, and it's amazing, and that's why I love Vegas, because the community welcomes sports, and it's amazing to see what we've done, not only with the Golden Knights, but the Aviators. And I'm excited to see the Las Vegas community wrap their hands around and get excited for some Raider football. I think they'll do a great job, and I think it'll be a great place to play, so I'm excited.